welcome capacity crowds. Oh, my goodness me. Welcome to our second show of Life's a Pitch TV in the Premier League, everybody. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. You're a great audience, by far our biggest capacity crowd that we have ever had. So welcome to the show.
Mark, I think this is the Premier League crowd, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is, Butch.
Yeah.
I think it definitely is. I've got to do a quick shout out to the sponsors right now because they are the ones that have kept us going all season. And give them a cheer because they've kept us on air all season. Our main sponsor, DPS Tech, everybody.
Hooray!
All about hearing. Hooray! The Dove in Ipswich. Hooray! Ashford Wright. Hooray! Fred Olsen Logistics. Hooray! Jean Keeble Cars in Bramford. Hooray! Ginger Pickle. Come Hither Design. Hooray! Forward Floors, Hooray! The Hudson Group, Hooray! Sound 4 Pro Audio, Hooray! And Venue 16. Hooray! Wow, fantastic. Let me introduce you to the team. It is only Terry Butcher. Hooray! And here's Russell Osman. Hooray! And from twtd.co.uk, Phil Ham. Hooray! And on technicals from Sound 4 Pro Audio, we have Richard, ably assisted by John and Mark, and they deserve a big round of applause as well. Fantastic stuff. And you, of course, are our capacity crowd. Now, to get us underway this evening, would you welcome someone who's even noisier than I am at Portman Road? Would you give a big Life's a Pitch TV welcome, please, to Nathan the drummer? Who's going to give us a bit of wacka wacka to get going. He's going to try, he says, a bit of wacka wacka. Everybody join in, come on now. Brilliant. Nathan, everybody. Fantastic. Keeping us going all season long. Brilliant. And we'll hear a bit more from him a little bit later on.
Does anybody sit near you at all? No? Because I wouldn't sit near you with that noise, I tell you. But well done. But listen, you're the one that's kept us really going this year.
Oh,
I can hear
fantastic.
you all the time. You get the crowd going, so well done. Well done, Nathan.
Legend, everybody. Nathan the drummer. What we need, though, is a special guest. We've been privileged this season to be joined by some fantastic ITFC legends through the course of the season, many of whom are sitting down the front here. Alan Lee's arrived as well. Alan Lee's here. Hi, Alan. We've got Chambo over there. We've got Mickey. We've got Cole. We've got George. But we need a special guest, and it's the turn today of the man with the biggest hair at Portman Road. Big round of applause. Well, it was back in the day anyway. Alan Brazil! Come on up here. Oh, we waited all season. We had to wait for when the races wasn't on or Talk Sport breakfast wasn't on. You've been
I'm still alive.
A hard man to pin down.
Well, not really. Not really. It's busy at the moment, which is great. There was a time when I wasn't busy, to be honest. After football, you retire at 27. What am I going to do? You do a couple of things. I went to Australia. I went to Switzerland. I then had a pub, the Blackadder, which I loved. But we never made a profit.
I wonder why.
That may have been down to me. But I had a great time doing it. And then I had a little break, so I'm still alive, I'm still here.
And we're so pleased you are. We've got so much to get through tonight. First of all, what do you make of, I mean, you talk about it a lot on TalkSport Breakfast, but what do you make of the last 2 seasons that we've had? Incredible, isn't it?
I'll be honest with you, at the start of this season, I thought if we can make playoffs, and I think we can, the way we were playing. And I did listen, I get home on a Friday night or an early Saturday morning, and sometimes I'm wrecked, right? I'm wrecked.
Hold on a minute.
No, I'm wrecked. Because
Hold on a minute, Alan.
I do work Friday morning, and I have some dinners or lunches. And when you've had, 3 glasses of wine, you're just pushing it a bit, so I don't drive home, right? 3 bottles. So when I go home on a Saturday, I'm knackered. And the wife who's here is going, you ain't going nowhere. Sit down, take the dog for a walk. So I've not seen town as much as I like, but I did say at the start, if we can make playoffs, and I think we can, I'll be delighted. But to get up is fantastic. So I see a lot of football, mainly watching, not live. I don't know what it is. I've just gone out of love going to games, to big games. I get invited everywhere, to United, to Tottenham and all this. Portman Road, Glyn Davis, I don't know if Glyn's here. Glyn invites me to his box, which is great. Ipswich have invited me a few times, which is lovely. I just get comfortable at home, and I like watching it. It's not the same, but I do like watching it. And towards the end, I thought, can we do it? Can we keep it going? Wow, fantastic. The manager, the togetherness of the players has been sensational, going right to the end. Forget 90 minutes now, it's 94, 95. And what they've done this season is truly remarkable when you think about it, with the money spent, what other clubs have had, and Ipswich have come up, and they've held their bottle, they've held the nerve. And to get into the Premier, it's going to be tough, but who cares? It's sensational. So I'll be honest with you, I'm over the moon.
It's
My team, listen, Mark and Boot, they know. I went to Spurs, I went to Man United, played for Scotland in the World Cup, but my team's Ipswich, don't worry about that. Not Man U, not Tottenham. We used to love going there, Boots, Russell, and smashing them. Man United at home, 6-0. Going to Old Trafford, beating them. Tottenham, some of the games I had with them. And they were so lippy, Spurs. So lippy, mouthy, cockney gits. Right?
Well, Alan, why did you join them then?
Because Bobby Ferguson got involved as manager, that's why. We didn't see eye to eye, as you know, Butch. And he was great with you, Russell, but I just, he hated me. He did, he hated me, and I remember Stoke City in the Bath.
Yeah, that's the one.
This is a classic. Stoke City in the Bath. And this is terrible, we were a big price to beat them away from home, Stoke City. And Bobby was the manager, Bobby Robb. And it was pouring, there was a gale. And Gatesy, I think it was, said to me, he said, hey, see what price we are? They're a pub team, we'll stuff them. I said, right, I'm in for a couple £100. And we all piled in, and Robson heard about it, we thought, uh-oh, we're in the shit. He said, what price? I'll have £100. So we all steamed into us beating Stoke at Stoke. I think we're 1-0 up.
1-0 up, yeah.
And they scored late on. And of course, I get the blame. Bobby Ferguson. Fucking hell. Yeah, I get the blame. And it's pouring. And he's screaming at me. And every time anything went wrong, Ipswich, get him. Either get him off or get him on the left wing. And I could see it coming. He's screaming at me. I'm looking, oh, God. So I stayed over the other side of the pitch. And he's like godson Gatesy. He loved Gatesy, Bobby Ferguson, Jordan. Gatesy, you tell that Scottish prick, you get him over here, play here. And Gatesy's going to me, pal. Yeah, I can't hear you. I can't hear him. I fucking can't hear you, Gatesy, right? No, I can't hear you. Bollocks, right? So I wouldn't go. Anyway, we drew 1-1, so we've done our door. Oh. And in those days, it was freezing cold. Stoke, you've been there watching town. It is horrible. It was freezing.
There's not anybody from Stoke here tonight, is there? No.
No, I'm just saying that. Well, if there is, I don't give a shit, right? It's horrible. And the bath's massive, and we're in the bath freezing, and in he comes. And he's got like 3 layers on, Bobby Ferguson. He's got a hood on, and in the end, it had to happen. I just went, bollocks. I put my fingers in my ear, And George got on, George Burley. And Fergie was a strange character. I put my fingers in my ear. I went, yeah, go on. I said, by the way, I've had enough of you. Bollocks. Why don't you just leave me alone? So one layer came off. Another layer came off. I'm in the bath. I stood up. I thought, here we go. He's going to kill me. I said, don't bottle it. Come on then, you jock with no brains. Come on then. And luckily, as he was just about to jump in the bath, Bobby Robson, that's enough. And I'm going, come on then. Oh, he'd have killed me. He would have killed me, trust me. So he wasn't for me. He wasn't my type of manager, and I wasn't his type of player, to be honest. And when it came, if you remember, we were running out of money. We'd pioneered to put all the money in. We were running out of money, and I believe, I might be wrong, the boys will tell you, I'm not a stat man, but I think we were knocked out of cups in Europe, and it was going to be tough for us to keep going, so they had to sell. And I think you'll find that year we sold almost everyone, or the following year. And I was amazed that Spurs came in, because Ron Atkinson was on the phone to me. He'll never admit it, but he was on the phone all the time. And I'll be honest, I didn't want to go to Man United. We loved going to Old Trafford and stuffing them and beating them at Portman Road. And when Tottenham came in, I thought, well, what options do I have? Because he ain't going to play me. That's why I left. And the first game I played against Ipswich, I scored 2. I was heartbroken.
Manchester United weren't the side that they are now, huh?
No, I know, but I didn't want to go anywhere. None of us wanted to go anywhere, did we? We didn't want to go anywhere. That was our club.
Yeah, we all got squeezed out.
Cleaning boots, blowing up balls, cleaning floors. That was our club. I didn't want to go anywhere, to be honest. That's why I've lived in this area for 40 years now. I don't know, but I live between Ipswich and Colchester. I had to go to Tottenham. I had to go to Man U, but I came straight back. I was always going to be live and brought up here in Suffolk. I love it.
There you go.
So, just take you back, all right?
I can see the grin in his face. There's something coming here.
I remember you in 1977, I think it was, with your suitcases, ready to go on the team bus that was going to the airport to fly to Toronto and then to Hawaii at the end of the season tour.
I remember it well.
Bobby Robson didn't allow you on the bus, did he?
What had happened there, Butch? And if you remember, Butch, see, you missed a couple of big things out. I was South East Counties Player of the Year, and in 1 month I got 16 goals in 4 games, Butch, okay? So I thought I'd earned my right to maybe be a part of the squad.
Did you put that to Bobby Robson at all, by any chance?
No, I didn't, because we were all shit scared about it, right? So I remember this outside the bus. We were going to Hawaii, right? And Trevor Wymark had the hump. I forget what it was. Trevor had the hump, and Clive Woods had the hump about something. And I was on standby. And they made me, I swear, stand outside the bus. They're all climbing the bus. And I've got my bag there. And every car that came down the road at Portman Road, I'm like, what does he drive? What does Trevor drive? What does he drive? And they're all taking the piss, banging the windows. He's here now, bye. I'm like, what? But we made the trip. And I always remember, it was brilliant, we ended up on the beach in Waikiki, me, Eric Gates, and a couple others, and we were pissed off because it's Hawaii. And I remember Hawaii 5-0, where da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Steve McGarrett on the hotel, the Ilikai. That's where we stayed. We stayed at the Hotel Ilikai. And I always remember on the beach that day playing cards. And I'm like, what's going on here? I thought we'd have a swim and a bit of sunbathing. And anyway, it was cloudy. That night, Alec Jameson was another guy who was a real good fullback. Played Scotland Youth. Top guy, came before me, he was a year older than me. He was a lovely guy. And he was losing. He said, come on, one more hour. We're playing 3-card brag on the beach. We go back, we have a shower, we go out for dinner. And we're all starving, right? We had a few cocktails, right? We had a few rum punches and stuff like that. And we're getting, all of a sudden, he's shivering. I said, "You all right, Alex?" He said, "No, I don't feel too good. I don't feel too good. And I'm not hungry. I'm going home." I went, and I looked at Gacy, and he was shivering. He had a blanket. I went, "What's going on?" Well, what happened was we've been playing cards, and we didn't realize the sun with the clouds, we all had sunstroke. So for the next 2 days, we only had a short stay in Hawaii. Next 2 days, we're in a room. I had blisters like 3 inches long. The sun killed us. And I'd done my bollocks at 3-card brag as well in the room.
Great trip.
But I remember these things as if they were yesterday, guys. I'm telling you. Those were brilliant, brilliant days. The youth team, and what broke my heart was the youth team days when there was 20 of you, and Russell was there. Butch came a little bit later. And the bonding you had with some of them young players from all over the country. And then 2 years later, they let go, they let go, they let go. And 1 or 2, Russell, Terry, myself, we were, "Yeah, you're in." And I always remember thinking, "God, what are they doing now?" You know, it broke my heart. I promise you, it's a tough, tough sport at that level, especially when you're young. These young kids dreaming of playing at Portman Road, dreaming of playing at Wembley. And they get booted out. And just, I see some, because Suffolk's so wonderful, I see some now are builders, joiners, which is nothing wrong with that, but, you know, their dreams were shattered, which breaks my heart, to be honest.
So when you were with Ipswich and you signed professional, what were your wages then?
My wages.
So I'm interested here. You know why I'm interested here.
Yeah, well, yeah, because
I am too.
You kept asking me, Butch, and I wouldn't tell you the truth, right?
Go on then. Spill
So
the
my
beans.
this is a belter. So my wages were, I'll never forget this, right? First year pro. So I was 14 quid a week.
Yep.
Near Broomhall Bath, Norwich Road, the baths there, Broomhill.
Hill.
And I had the worst landlady in the world. She was from Psycho, right? If you come down the stairs to her, stop it, go slowly, you're wearing my carpet out, bollocks. I'm telling Ron Gray, who was our chief scout, right? So I had all this shit, right, as a kid. But it didn't matter. You were going to be a footballer, you were going to be a professional. It didn't matter. I'm going to make it, you know what I mean? And eventually, Bobby, I'll never forget it, I was on 55 quid a week. By the time you pay your digs, I was worse off, right? I was worse off. You probably get 75 because you're English, right? I got 6. So,
Well,
I'll always remember after the cup final, I'll never forget this as long as I live, Bobby said, "You know you're going to Detroit on Sunday after the cup final." I went, "What?" He says, "You're going to Detroit to play for Detroit Express. Because I don't like your attitude. You got to find a couple of yards of pace. And I'm not sure about you. I'm going to sell you to Blackpool." I went, "What? Blackpool? You're having a laugh." And I rattled off the southeast counties, goals in the combination. He went, "I don't give a shit. Sunday, you're off, right?" So we win the cup final. Magic. Dave Geddes. Whoa, what a pick that was. And he was a year ahead of me, Dave Geddes. And he was always keeping me out of the first team. I'm like, bollocks. He's second touch is a tackle. Give me a chance, boss. He's all right. So Bobby picks him, and he squares it. Willie Young knocks out. Roger, bosh, 1-0. Get in, win the cup. Right? So I'm in the Kensington Gardens, and we're all celebrating. And in those days, sorry for laughing, in those days there was only one sub. And Eric Gates thought he'd be sub, right? Gatesy was my mate. Gatesy was a great player. He scored goals. Unbelievable. I remember Everton, he scored a goal, never to forget. We beat them 4-0 at Goodison Park. They clapped us off the pitch and gave him a standing ovation, right? And he was grumpy at the best of the time. I went, "All right, grumpy bollocks." He went, "Shut up." I said, "What's up with you?" He said, "Mickey Lambert sub." "Well, I'm leaving." I went, don't. So I said, "Casey, I'm going to America tomorrow." And this shows you the difference between now and then. I said, "I'm going to America tomorrow. I'm getting on a plane to New York." I said, "I've no money." right? Because me and Gatesy, when he heard he wasn't playing, we went down and we had a few bets on the dogs, Hackney Morning bookies, Saturday morning. He'd done his dough. And the little bit I had, I'd done my dough. All right, pull it in, right? She's telling me off. My belly's hanging out. Anyway. Excuse me, taxi for Joe Brazil, right? So that night, we're in the Royal Gardens, Kensington. Everyone's hammered, pissed. I said, Gace, you're going to have to help me out. He says, what? I says, come on. I said, I'm going to America to have no money. He said, I've got 40 quid, my last 40 quid. I went, that'll do. This is 1978. He gives me 40 quid. So anyway, next morning, 6 o'clock flight. I fly to JFK. I've got 40 quid on me. That's it, right? But it was 78, so it's not 40 quid now. Anyway, I get off the airplane, no one to meet me. I'm like, what? We're playing against New York Cosmos, Detroit Express against Cosmos at the what's the stadium? The
Giants Stadium.
Giant Stadium, the
Giants
big one, right? And I'm like, no, we mean no one to meet me. Don't worry, sir. You're playing the soccer game. We'll get you a helicopter. I'm in my pocket 40. No. I don't do helicopters. Get me a cab. So cut long story short, 1978, I get a cab there. Someone, thank God, was there to meet me. And we lose 1-0, and I go back to Detroit. And we fly back, and there's a guy from Rio who's a great guy. I'll never forget him, Roberto. He says, come on, you come with me, we'll go out. And we walked in this nightclub, I swear, and it was Saturday Night Fever. As we walked in, they're giving it the night fever. And as we walked in, it was like Tony Manero walking in, and everyone passed. The Express are here. I'm like, oh, this is all right. Fucking hell. Cut long story short, Trevor Francis came out, and we played. It went really well, and it's the first time I met George Best. And we played them in the quarterfinal, 35,000, the Pontiac Silverdome. I scored first, they equalised, and Bessie got the winner. He was on his last legs, but it was still great. And we're upstairs having a few bevies. He said to me, he went, who are you, son? Never heard you. Good left foot. I went, thank you. I'm like in awe. George Best, wow. You know what I mean? We got chatting, had a hug, and the next day we had a party before we were going. And overindulged as usual, because I was only 19. I was with all the young American guys who had the hump, because they weren't getting a chance because of George Best and people like that, and me maybe. Anyway, we have a big party. Jill, you should go and have a pee. You shouldn't hear this, right? So they go, right, and we're having loads, right? All of a sudden they say, come with us, right? This is terrible. Shocking. I shouldn't say this in front of the cameras, but I'm going to, because we're in the Premiership, right? I don't give a shit. So I go with the American boys, and out comes a bag of whatever it was, right? I'm like, what's that? Try it. No. I like a bit. Try it. So I have a little bit of the old puff. I don't even smoke. I've never smoked, right? Anyway, Trevor Francis tried to talk to me later. What's wrong with you? Are you all right? You're talking strange. You're talking Dutch. I'm like, forget it, Trev, forget it, right? And I got nicked on the way home, going down the highway the wrong road, the wrong side of the highway, which I'm not proud of, right? I'm not proud of. I'm in an orange Gremlin. I think I'm in an Aston Martin on the Miami freeway, and all of a sudden, Starsky and Hutch, woo, 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 woo. Anyway, they let me go. So I come back in the plane. There was a guy from, dare I say it, Norwich City, fullback, right wanker, Ian Davis. And a guy called Steve Hardwick who played in goal for Newcastle. I have got the worst headache I've ever had. I don't get hangovers, which is, I wish I did, but I don't, right? And I'm on that plane, and I'm like, oh. And we're circling over Heathrow. And I hear them talking, and Hardwick says to Ian Davis, how much have you saved? It's been a brilliant few months. I've got $43,000. He said, what? You tight arse. How have you saved that? What are you going to do? I'm going to buy my dad a car. I'm going to have an extension. Lovely. What about you? I've got $37,000. Right? He said, well, you didn't go out a lot either. So, but no, I'm going to put it in a deposit. I'm going to have a new house. And they pushed me because we're landing. All right. I went, how you doing? He said, well, we're talking about how much we've saved. 4 brilliant months. I went, well, they were great. Best time of my life. Brilliant. What have you got? How much have you saved? And I put my hand in my pocket and I had fucking I had 80 fucking American dollars. And in those days, it was 1 to 2. Right? So at least I came home and said, Gacy, there's $80. Oh, there's your 40 quid back. So I get back. I get back to Portman Road, right? I get back to Portman Road. And Bobby's gone, all right. I went, yeah, boss, fine. He said, you okay? I went, yeah, I'm fine, boss, fine. Enjoy it. I said, I loved it. Loved it, playing against George Best and that. He said, you missed a plane in Boston. You missed a place in Minnesota. Can you talk to me about that? I went, I can't remember, honestly. He said, but you've done well. I've looked at the goals you scored. Ken Furphy, ex-Sheffield United, was Bobby's mate. He said, you've done brilliant. You've done brilliant. I'm going to double your money, right? I'm going to double your money, £110 a week. I'm like, bollocks. He went, excuse me? I said, bollocks. What do you mean, £110? No chance. I was getting $300 plus bonus, plus a car, plus a flat. Not a chance. I'm going back to America. He said, you'll regret it. There's the door. Get out. You'll regret it. So an injury crisis hits Ipswich, especially up front. I'm in. I get a few. End of the season, hello, I banged a few goals in. And he calls me in. I went, hi. Any calls from Blackpool lately? He said, don't be a smart ass, right? Here's the new deal, right? I'll give you 300 quid a week and 12 grand signing. I went, that's it. Give me the pen. I'll sign that. Thank you, boss. And then I go out. So I used to get the bus, right? I was in the first team. I used to get the bus back home to my digs in Capo. And I'm pissed off. I want a car, right? I want a car. I thought, I've got it. Straight up Woodridge Road, Toyota garage. A lime green Celica. Fucking hell. I'll have it. How much? 6 grand. Yeah, I'll have it. I said, give me till tomorrow. Give me till tomorrow, and I'll come back and I'll do the paperwork. Nah, but you should do it now. It might go. I'm like, no, it won't. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll go down to Newstead. There he is. Golden bollocks, right? Robert Redford, Russell Osman. He's in Newstead, next to the Falcon, where we used to drink all the time in town. I went, oh, Russ, okay, how are you? He went, oh, you look rather pleased with yourself. I went, fucking am I pleased with myself? You bet I am. New contract. He went, cheers. Do you want a coffee? I went, well, can we go next door to the Falcon, have a little glass of champagne? Why? I said, well, I've just done a deal. I said, I've just gone up to Woodbridge Road. I'm buying a car. Celica, brand new car, my first car. Never had one before. I'm so excited. I said, what have you been doing? He went, I've just bought my first house. Russell. My fucking jaw dropped. What do you mean you bought a house? How can you afford a house? He said, easy, 6 grand down, beautiful, detached house, and you pay the mortgage. I'm like, what? You can afford that? 6? I went, hold on, I've got 6 grand after 12 grand. Any more? He said, I've got one next door to me. I thought, fuck it, I'm not having it. I went, Russell, take me up there. And we ended up, I bought a house next to Russ. So this Toyota Celica got bombed down. I ended up buying a 5-year-old Triumph Spitfire. And it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. Thank you, Russell.
Our pleasure. I would like to say it was a joy having you as a neighbour. Sometimes.
So I'm a strange guy, by the way.
What was he like as a neighbour then?
It wasn't there a lot.
He was down the bookies, that's what it was anyway.
But when we all we all came to the club at the same time, really, and there was like, some of the lads used to go off after training and go and play snooker. Some used to go down to the bookies, but we all used to hang about in Newsters, as Alan just said, and the Falcon next door, we used to slip in there the odd occasion during the week, which was good fun. But I remember early on, when the Sporting Farmer was still there, the pub opposite Portman Road, and we trained in the morning, and our lunch then, in those days, bearing in mind we were only on 14, 16 quid as apprentices, your lunch was a chip butty with or without gravy. And that was it. And that was
And a game
supplied
of
by the
pool
buffet.
for a tenner.
And a game of pool, yeah. So you had to win your money. And that was it. It's changed a little bit.
Though when I think back, when I try and tell my kids I've got 3 daughters and 4 granddaughters and a grandson, it's very difficult to explain what it was like in those days, but I try my hardest. But those days were just magical, weren't they?
Well, cleaning the floors and cleaning
but
the baths.
yeah, we did. We used to have to get all the dirty shirts and Alan Hunter, Beatty would chuck them off and give you clear that up, and you have to take it in, and then you have to, every Friday we have to buff the floors, clean the floors.
Yeah, inspection.
But by the way, that was for me an education to work hard because you had a chance to make it big, right?
That's why you were Eastern Counties Player of the Year, Alan.
But nowadays, I'm not saying the game has changed, and you won't see any people like me, Butch and Terry, and the other guys here, Georgie and the boys. That's the thing in the past. You won't see that anymore with the Premiership players. Not a chance. Gabby Bonloher is on with me, right? Gabby, who's not the brightest tool in the box, if you listen to TalkSport.
Or even the sharpest, no.
Yeah. That's the point. Yeah.
Sharpest light.
And well done, Russell. I've got one for you in a minute coming. But but
Hold on a minute.
I said to Gabby, but it's just not my eyes the problem, it's my voice. And I said to Gabby, I went, Gabby, what were you earning? He said, I was getting 75 grand a week. But I had to pay tax on that. Oh, when he said that, the whole, everything lit up. He was getting hammered. Yeah. 75 grand a week. So just one on Gabby, right? And Russell's right. And please don't take this the wrong way. He's not the sharpest tool in the box, right?
Yeah.
So I never know what guests I've got on, right? You know what it's like in radio. Well, no, actually, BBC, you've probably got your guests lined up. I don't. I turn up there at 6 o'clock. I've no idea who's on, right? And I mean that. I've no stats, no nothing.
It's actually great. It's actually great that you turn up, to be fair.
Butch, I've been doing that 25 years, thank you very much. So I've been sacked 3 times, but I've been there for 25 years. And it's just kept me in a living, right? So Gabby, a few weeks ago, I've got to tell this. Who likes Strictly Come Dancing? Is there any in here? I wouldn't admit it, but there's people who like Strictly. My wife likes it. So anyway, there was some great guests, and at 9:30 you're thinking, an hour away from my first pint, right? Because you're up at 5:15. Sometimes when I leave Wednesday morning, I leave Lower Raiden 3:10, 3:15. So it's not as easy what people make out, right? It's not. But I love it. I don't love getting up, but when I get there and get the mic, I love it, as you know, right? It's a fix. And when I get it, I love it. Anyway, Gabby. And I'm trying to bring Gabby into the fold. And he's slowly coming out his shell, right? And ladies, don't take this the wrong way, because what I'm going to say is a little bit near the mark. But please, don't. So anyway,
oh dear.
9:30. No. 9:30. This beautiful lady comes in. I mean, lovely. Dress. And she comes in, and the aroma, the perfume's beautiful. And I mean, lovely. She went, hello, guys. And she puts a book on next to me, gives me a little peck, Goes over to Gabby, and I can see Gabby, right? He's a big womanizer, Gabby. And he's going, whoa. And I'm looking at him. And he's looking at this lovely lady, and I'm like, you dirty bastard. Out of order, Gabby. Out of order, right? Out of order. Dirty bastard. Anyway, she starts talking about the book. It's called The Murder on the Dance Floor, right? And she starts talking about it, this murder mystery. And it's a great title because she's Strictly, isn't she? She was the way she was dressed and the way she acted, she was gorgeous, something special about her. And Gabby couldn't take his eyes off her, right? So anyway, she leaves after 12 minutes. And I went, thank you, you're welcome anytime. Off she goes. And I look at Gab, his jaw's dropped. I'm going, yeah? Would you? He went, oh, yeah. I said, Gab, calm down, will you? Your jaw's dropped. He went, oh, she's lovely. Would you? He went, yeah. So I throw it to the travel, and he's Googling, right? He's Googling. And eventually we come back, and 30 seconds before we come back, he went, ow, I can't believe it. I went, what, our last guest? I went, yeah, it's lovely lady. No. I said, I can't believe it. She's 82. I said, Gabby, what are you talking about? Fucking 82. She's not 82. I've just Googled her. I said, give me that phone. So the guest was Shirley Ballas from Strictly. He's Googled Shirley fucking Bassey.
Not the sharpest tool in the box.
Butch, you want to come in there?
Yeah, just that when are we near the end of the show already? That's unbelievable.
No, we've got 20 minutes.
Okay.
Some of us are still here.
But I was going to say, going through the youth team together, it was quite unique. The three of us came through the same
Butch,
youth
I
team.
carried you.
Did what? But we then obviously got into the first team and all that sort of thing. And then we played for our under-21s in, obviously, Scotland, respect, and for England. And I have a picture. I think Russell's got it as well. Let me get it up there. There we go. Remember that one?
Truth.
No, because we never beat you.
That was after training. See the dirty kit that we have after training, and we were due to play Scotland away, England, Scotland, at Aberdeen.
Never mind, I remember that. Jill, do you remember that guy in the night? I don't think you do.
You remember the score that day?
No. I remember a bent ref, but I don't remember the score.
Bent ref.
You remember that? Yeah.
I don't remember the score.
No, I think it was 1-1. I think we won 2-1 at Coventry in the first leg, and then 1-1 at Aberdeen. So
Aberdeen sellout, do you remember that? It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Pittodrie. That was, look, those days, there was Warkey, Georgie, Alec Jameson. We had a lot of Scots, Tommy O'Neill, Tucker.
Peter Shields.
And we used to play Friday, Scotland, England. And I don't know why he did it, because it was nasty. There was Butch would have been sent off. He'd have been sent off 3 times. Butch was nasty. He was nasty. I mean, he would top his granny. He was nasty. Russell was hard but fair, but Butcher was nasty.
Nasty man.
Do you want to respond, Terry, on that?
Well, we'll see about that later on in the car park.
Yeah, and by the way, he's been very quiet lately with Celtic winning the league again up in Scotland. Get in there.
But Celtic is still way behind Rangers' total of titles. So
There we
there
go,
yeah.
Butch. We are quality football.
Yeah.
We, in fact, you should endorse it, because we play out from the back. You lot, boom, just lump it forward all the time.
Did you ever want to be a coach or manager at all?
I could have done that easily.
Did you?
You did apply for the job at
George
Ipswich.
asked me to be his assistant, but I thought, no.
You applied though, didn't you? You applied to be town manager at one point, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I was talked into that. That was ridiculous. I was talked into that.
Was it over a lunch or
ridiculous.
something like that, was it?
Yeah, probably. I think that might have been the blooming fuchsia one Thursday night. I regret that. But,
Even that's
you know.
shut now, yeah.
But we all
That's
think
gone.
we can manage. We all think we can coach. You can't. It's not easy. But going back to that, Kieran, I just pray God we can keep a hold of Kieran. I'm not saying he's going to... Listen, you got to be careful here because teams that go into the Premier struggle. So it's going to be tough, tough, tough. And I'm really looking forward to the start of our fixtures, who we've got, because I think that's what can keep you up. If we win a few early doors, I really mean that. I think if we get a good set of fixtures, early doors, and get a few points, that could just save you. But it's going to be tough. Whoever comes up, it's going to be tough.
Well, I was Mystic Mark at the beginning of the season when I said we would finish top 2.
Did you?
And I was proved correct.
I said playoffs, so you've done better than me.
Yeah, I sadly didn't put a bet on, Al. Yeah. Should have done, really, shouldn't I?
But then you are an MBE, which is fantastic. Congratulations, MBE. That is brilliant.
Mystic Mark's going for a top 10 finish.
I hope you're right.
Who's with me? Ambitious?
If we finish halfway, I'll be delighted. Butch, Russ, what do you think?
Top half will do, mate.
I think just to survive would be incredible, really. Because
I think Butch has been
because
probably more pragmatic than us.
Oh, thank you, Alan. That's a nice compliment. The only one, but there we are. Thank you very much. No, but I think he's got to make some changes to the squad. We all know that. But do they go mad? Do they do Forest and all that sort of thing? Incur penalties, financial penalties. It's a difficult one for the staff at Ipswich. But just going back to your career, we had a great run in the UEFA Cup. Obviously, got all to the final, and then
Cologne, Butch. That goal,
Yeah.
60,000. Your header, 1-0.
No, I think it was 60.
Brilliant.
I think it was 60,000 British troops, wasn't it? They were there anyway. But no, win the UEFA Cup. All right, get the presentation, and there's one Ipswich player on the podium wearing a dressing gown. Talk me through that, Alan.
There was a guy from Newmarket there who had tipped me a couple of winners. He went, give me your shirt. I went, have it. Keep the winners coming. And I had no top on, and I got a bathrobe. That's why. Simple as that. Nothing big, simple as that.
You didn't give him your shorts as well, did you, at the time?
I don't know, but I remember.
So where did the bathrobe come from?
I remember 1982 in the World Cup, right? When Brian Robson scored for England. Do you remember against France, 82? Robbo scored.
Vaguely, yeah.
You weren't there, Butch?
Well, I was, yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Not playing?
I was playing.
All right.
Yeah.
So Robbo scored. Trust me, my memory's good. He scored early doors against France.
Who flicked it on?
Oh, you did you?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
hello. It's amazing how your memory fucking comes back, isn't it? So, that was... I'll go into this, a long story, but let me do it briefly, right? So we had...
Please do, yeah. Go on.
We had 81, 82, didn't we? Southampton came, and Keegan, Shannon, Ball, Maras, God bless Paul, God bless you, mate. He failed a fitness test, I had Mish DeVray up front with me, and I'll never forget it. It was amazing. It was 16th of Feb, Tuesday night, and this is terrible, I shouldn't really admit this, but I had a tip from Newmarket in the last race. So I'm in Stoke Park in Ipswich in the bookies, and I'm skint. I need the money, right? I've had a bet. The horse wins. Steward's inquiry, steward, I'm like, shit, we're playing top of the table. We were fourth at the time. I'm like, shit, but I needed the money. I needed the dough, and I'm like, I'm waiting for the dough. And eventually, about 40 minutes later, result stands, bloof. Right, straight down, Stone Lodge Lane, get my gear, get my boots, bang, down the game. Maras fails the fitness test. They're top of the table. And they had a proper side, didn't they? Lauren McManny. Yeah. We were fourth. Anyway, it was just one of them magical nights. Some of you would have been there, I'm sure. 16th of Feb, we do them 5-2. I get 5 goals, right? which I never dreamt could happen. I got 5 that night. And after the game, believe it or not, I didn't go out in the piss. I went straight home. My wife's dad had a box at Portman Road, and the first time she'd missed a game was that night.
Oh.
And even more unbelievably, I went straight home. I didn't go out with the boys. So next morning I go down, I have a picture in Newmarket with the Derby favourite. And I've got a picture, I always remember the guy, Alistair Ross from The Sun. And I've got this horse with a big white face, and I've got 5. Get in there. And to this day, people say, I wish they'd have fucking kidnapped you, Brazil. It was Shergar. It was Shergar. But that got me in the World Cup squad. So right, here we go. So we're in the World Cup, and we've got Scotland, have got New Zealand, we've got Brazil, and we've got USSR, Russia. And the first game is always vital. We have to beat them and don't concede, but as usual, we mess it up. We won 5-2. Warkie's not here. Warkie, I think, got a couple. George was there. And I played all right. I struggled with Scotland a wee bit, but I played all right. Anyway, Warkie was on the sheet again, but it was boiling. It was 110 degrees. And we then go to Seville to play Brazil, and it's roasting. I mean, even worse. So he makes a few changes, John. I'm on the bench. And things are going great. I think after 20 minutes, things are going fantastically well. 0-0. And they had some side. Zico, Socrates, and all them. There was loads of others. And things are great. And I'm sitting on the bench saying, come on, this is great. Because I'm thinking I might get fit enough to play later on. Anyway, David Neri, who played for Dundee United, good player, not a great player, but good player. He smashes one in from 30 yards, top corner. And I looked at the bench and said, what the fuck's he done that for? Why has he done that? What are you doing? What are you doing? It was lovely, it was comfortable. What are you doing? So 1-1, 2-1. It was either 2-1 or 3-1. They got a free kick. And you get Socrates over the ball, Zico. And we had a brilliant squad. We had Souness, right? You had Joe Jordan, Archibald, John Robertson, Warkie, Georgie was in there, Strachan, Hansen. You know, it was Danny McGrain. It was a proper team. And we thought we'd get through this. We might get to a quarter semi-final. Our weak link, who was a great guy, was a guy called Alan Ruff, who was the goalkeeper for Partick Thistle. You might as well take someone off Chantry pitches and chuck him in goal. And he's trying to sort the wall out, right? We're still in a chance here. And Zico's whispering, they're laughing. I'm watching them. I'm on the bench, and they're laughing. Zico and Socrates. Eventually, I'm like, and Ruffy's saying, no, jockey, Alan Hansen, over a bit, Danny, no, back half a yard. And I look around and see Zico and Socrates are high-fiving on the halfway line. The ball's in the fucking stanchion, right? So we get beat. We have to beat New Zealand. We have to beat them. And by the way, we have a go at it. There's a bit of a mix-up between Willie Miller and, was it Hansen? And we draw 2-2, which means we're out. And we batter them. And I mean we batter them. And we're in Malaga, and our typical Scotland, you know, planning, we're in Sota Grande. We might as well have been in Morocco. It's miles away. And anyone knows Portobellonis and Malaga, they've got a new autoway, haven't they? The Mediterranean autopiece. It wasn't there then. So we're in the bus. Going back. And we're out of the World Cup. It's all over. Season finished. And I've looked, and I looked at Warkie. I looked at Alec McLeish, who was a great guy. John Roberts says, boys, fucking hell. We've not had a drink. 5 weeks. We've been in Portugal, no drinks, nothing. My body's like, what the fuck is happening? What is wrong with you, Alan, right? My body doesn't know what's happening. I said, boys, we're out. The season's over. Do you want to stop for a pint? Oh, yes. You sure? Yes. Dalglish is sitting there going, don't do it. Big Jock's teetotal, don't do it. Don't do it, you hate it. I went, Kenny, I love you. Best player I played with, best player I played against, bollocks, shut up. Who's up for it? Yes. So we get Souness over, And he goes down to see Big Jock. And there's a whisper, and Jock looks up the back of the bus. And we're all looking down, they're looking out the window. No eye contact at all. You don't want to mess with Jock Stein, right? And Graham comes back, yeah, we're now coming to Marbella. He said, yeah, what's happening, Graham? He said, I spoke to the boss. He's going to come and address us. And he said, no, let him talk to you. So he sits down. I'm like, fucking hell. Jock comes up. We're now halfway through Marbella, heading down the Golden Mile to Porto Jose Benus. And Jock comes down the bus. He said, look, never forget what he said. He says, guys, it's incredible we're out. We're going home. You've been a credit to your clubs, to me, to your family. You've been fantastic. But we're out of the World Cup. It's got to be the biggest disappointment of your whole careers, okay? We're all nodding. Yeah. Come on, get on with it. We're nodding, yeah. Hurry up. He said, look, the captain said, can we, I'll tell you what I'll do. He said, I'll stop the bus, and I'll let whoever on this most disappointing night of your careers, if you feel you need a drink, I will let you off the bus. And I'm looking at the boys. Robbo, he said, I fucking need a fag, I need a pint, I'm getting off. I mean, you sure? Worky, yeah. So anyway, we get closer. Douglas, don't do it. You'll never play again. Don't do it. So anyway, I can hear the indicator going. We're at the end of the Golden Mile, Porto Benus, the indicator, I'm looking around. I'm thinking, what do we do here? He pulls over the driver, right? 2 doors, one at the front, one at the back. Front door opens. There's no way I'm going to the front door, by the way. The back door opens. And I don't know what it was, but Frank Gray, who loved a bird. Frank Gray, Leeds and Forest, pretty boy. He just made that little movement. No one moved, and he just reached up for his toilet bag for the old aftershave and a comb. Whoosh! Stampede. Climbing over people. Get out of the fucking way. Wham! Climbing over people. Bosh! Down to Porto Benus. Sinatra's. Rod Stewart turned up. The Tartan Army turned up. People diving in. They were diving in the marina. I woke up 4 in the morning on one of them pedalo boats. I'd no Scotland gear on. I had a fucking skimpy pair of shorts on and a vest. And it's fair to say I didn't play too much for Scotland after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Brazil! Brilliant. Stay with us, Alan. What a fantastic guest. Well done. Well done, buddy. We've got a few things to do. Phil Ham is still sitting up over there. Hello.
Hello, you all right?
Time to take a look at the season so far, sponsored by the Dove in Ipswich. So you're a bit early with that.
Oh, yeah, I am. I've just realised the season.
Yeah, keep it on. It looks good.
Well, you sure?
Yeah. So our season is well and truly over. The boys, I think, are in Las Vegas at the moment, aren't they? Having a nice time.
Are they?
Some are in
I
Las
think so.
Vegas, some are in Dubai.
Yeah.
I think.
Poor old Norwich City is still struggling to get out of the league.
Well, yeah, I didn't watch that.
Go on, quick bit about the playoffs, and then we'll move on.
Yeah. Oh well, 0-0, wasn't it?
Thanks very much.
But I didn't watch it because if Norwich were playing in my back garden, I'd close the curtains. And then plough up the garden just in case they got any ideas about coming back again. I think just both teams, all 4 teams, very cagey. I think, weren't they? And,
that's enough. Thank you. We're Premier League. Don't worry about it.
Go any more about it. We don't care.
Time for our Keep Me Uppy challenge, sponsored by Ginger Pickle. So, Alan, we have a ball.
Don't even think about it.
I didn't think we would.
Don't even. I'll tell you what I did at school. I did 443 at school. I did. And I'm not even trying now.
What are you talking about? Keepy uppies or pints?
Keepy uppies. keep you uppies, but I didn't realise there was people like Butch would come and smash you when you try to take the piss.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
But Butch, well, Russell will tell you, when Butch came, he was a bit green, you know, big Butch. He came, where'd you come from? What, you were Lowestoft. What club? What team?
It's a junior team.
Yeah, what team?
Ashley Boys Club.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, he'd come and he was way off it, let me tell you.
They played in blue as well. So
He was way off it. And I mean way off it. But he soon learned. And if ever there was a fight on the training ground, it was Dave Geddes or Terry Butcher.
Yeah, I didn't like David Geddes. Did you like David Geddes? He was a hard man. He had all elbows and things like this, but yeah, it was nice. He was a decent guy. So, but we had a.
What did you think when you first came, Butch? Because Russell, you played rugby for England. Russell was there before me and you. What did you think when you came? Were you a little bit overawed at first?
Well, yeah, because I'm an Ipswich Town fan, so to be in the same building as your heroes, and with Bobby as well, and all the coaches, you know, it took a long while to actually come through and start kicking people, but Alan Hunter showed me the way, and that was it. I played a reserve game, and I was actually taken off at half-time because I was going to kick everybody and get a red card. So I think the only person I didn't kick was the referee at the time.
We're next to the Beat statue here, Alan. Thoughts
what a
on
player.
him?
Now, I'll tell you, quick story, right, if you don't mind me. I don't
quick
want
one?
to
What was it?
hog the mic.
5
But
minutes.
I've got to with the Beat, right? So the Beat, who's the quickest sprinter in English football, right? And it was Gateshead, track and field, right? There was Cyril Regis, Alan Kennedy. Who else was there, Russ? Malcolm McDonald. There was about 6 of them. And the Beat got invited. And of course, he's a Geordie, isn't he, the Beat? Carlisle, sorry. And he gets invited. He went, I'll show them. I'm the quickest. Go on, Beat. Good luck, right? So we win on the Saturday Portman Road. And the Beat, we go in the Players' Lounge, which I think is all stopped now. He's got a few pints down him. He gets on the train up to Newcastle, where he's then going to get over to Gateshead, where the track and field is. It was packed, full house. So the Beats had about 8 cans of beer on the train, and because you couldn't stop him, right? He was just unbelievable to beat. But he was a one-off. He was, I don't know how to describe him. He was just a man mountain who had everything. And he gets hammered. And he gets there to the hotel, straight to the bar, chucks his bag down. Where's the boys? Where's McDonald? Where's Cyril? Oh, sorry, sir, they've had a bit of dinner and they've gone to bed. What do you mean gone to bed? Right, give us a pint. Bum, bum, bum. So the Beat gets on it, gets launched into it, has another 6 pints. Next morning, comes down, no one there. Fuck. So he gets a lift to Gateshead, packed, bursts into the dressing room, but no one there. He says to the guy, the kit man, he said, where is everyone? They're out, Mr. Beatty, sorry, they're outside. They're putting the starting blocks on, right? Fucking starting blocks, he said. Starting blocks? What do you mean starting blocks? See, they're outside doing the, all right. So as the Beat walks out, they're all walking in. They're taking it really serious. So what happens, the Beat has got his spikes, but he's forgot his slip. So they give him this pair of shorts and a vest. And the Beat's lined up, and they're on the blocks. Bang! The gun goes, poof! Alan Kennedy gets the flyer. Cyril Regis, McDonald down the middle. The Beat's like 3 yards back. He's fucking... So halfway, commentator, David Vine it was. Remember David Vine? And Malcolm McDonald in front now. Cyril Regis coming, with 20 yards to go. And Kevin Beattie now coming big. Kevin Beattie on the outside, up towards the line. McDonald, Kevin Beattie. And what happened was the Beat's bollocks fell out, and he helped, skipped and jumped, put them back in, and he got beat on the dip. That's how good he was. He was awesome. And I mean, he would, when I was a kid, he'd pick me up. Yeah. And Hunter was the same. Well, they were, for them too, for Butch and Russell to follow them, you know, they were legends of the club, legends. And Russell and Butch come in and done them, and you done them proud as well, boys.
But you remember. You remember, end of the first season that I was there, 76, 77, we obviously won the league and you were player of the year and all that bollocks. Yeah, there we go. So then we went to
Butch, I think it was 28 goals that year, if I recall.
Well,
Thank you.
I've heard you say it was 40, but there we are. We went to a place in Spain called Lloret de Mar for a tournament. Charlie Woods took us, and he needed an assistant. He took Kevin Beattie as his assistant. And Kevin Beattie had to make sure that we got to bed early and we didn't drink too much.
Now, the best one, which I'm not telling live on air, was Florida, the Pan Am tournament. But I am not mentioning that. No, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. God
Anyway,
bless
that's
you,
all
Kev.
we've got time for tonight. Anyway, yeah.
We have got time for just one more thing, and it is time to see what's happened to Ipswich Town on this day in the past. And they're here tonight, sponsored by Fred Olsen Logistics.
I've got to try and remember what day we're on. It's the 13th of May, I believe, Terry, isn't it still?
That's correct.
Yes, on this day, 13th of May, 1981, Town lost only their second league game at Portman Road that season, as they lost out to Southampton 3-2. Only a week before, they would travel to Holland for the UEFA Cup final second leg. A strong team went down despite strikes from Johnny Walk and our man over there, Alan Brazil. So that was the game we actually had after the final of the UEFA Cup. Yeah. Mad, wasn't it? And also on Saturday the 13th of May, this time in 1989, John Walk, you guess about a bit, that fella. John Walk's brace in a 2-0 home win over Blackburn Rovers meant that Ipswich Town finished 8th in Division 2, ending their 5 straight wins. And that is all that happened on the 13th of May. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, we do have one other thing to do. He's confused me because he put his red hat on earlier. It is time for the Ipswich Town News in Brief. You love that hat, don't you?
Not really, no.
Sponsored by John Keeble Cars of Bramford.
Ipswich Town players continued their celebrations late into last week, as they fully deserved. Partying with Ed Sheeran, the squad joined Sheeran, who had missed the Huddersfield match and celebration parade, as he'd been at the Miami Grand Prix, at Chinny's Sports Bar in Halesworth to sing a few Town songs, which we started the show with, and a few of Ed's own numbers. It was the most exciting thing to happen in Halesworth since... Well, actually, the most exciting thing to happen in Halesworth, probably. Sorry, any Halesworth fans who are here. Following the night with Sheeran, some of the squad took the celebrations to Las Vegas, as we've heard, while skipper Sam Morsi and Ali Al-Hamadi have been in Dubai. On his return, Al-Hamadi will undergo surgery on the adductor injury, which has hampered him ever since he joined the Blues. So he's been doing quite well, even with an injury. So we'll see how he does next season. Meanwhile, Sky Sports pundit Don Goodman...
Oh, he's worse than that. Come on.
They're very well trained, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Is hit back at Blues defender Luke Wolfenden for his comments he made at the celebration parade. Wolfenden said from the bus, "I think he'll be absolutely gutted we got promoted. He's been calling us crap all season. Put that in your pipe, Don, and have a good weekend, mate." The media training at Portman Road is working very well, isn't it? Goodman said he was told about the comments by a Sky colleague. I was very surprised, to be honest. I've been nothing but complimentary about Ipswich Town from the moment they beat Sunderland on the opening day up until their promotion was confirmed. He kept a straight face. It seems like Luke Wolfenden has a problem with me rather than anyone else at the club. I'm going to be grown up about it, but unfortunately Luke has been a little bit immature. The only other thing I can think of is that Luke may have taken personally my observation reference what it usually takes from a defensive perspective to get into the top 2 in the Championship. So, interesting. And meanwhile, Tractor Girls trio, Sophie Pescott, Natasha Thomas and Nina Miolo picked up honours at yesterday's FA Women's National League Awards at the Women's FA Cup final at Wembley. Winger Pescott won the FAWNL Southern Premier Division Player of the Year gong. Striker Thomas picked up the the Golden Boot, having netted 25 times to take her overall total to 151. And keeper Miolo was named Division 1 South East Player of the Year following her loan spell with Cambridge City earlier in the season.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
And that's the final news for the season.
We are done. We are done for today's edition of Life's a Pitch TV, but we do have a second show which will be recorded very shortly after this one has finished. So a big thanks to our special guest, Alan Brazil. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Alan. What we've tried to avoid doing all season is actually on YouTube, if there's any bad language, you have to tick a box.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I thought it was a podcast. You can get away with murder.
We're going to have to tick it 41 times now, though.
Oh, yeah. You now have the record for ticks. Well done.
No.
Fantastic. Thank you, boys, very much. To Terry, to Russell, to Phil. Thank you very much, our capacity crowd. You've been absolutely amazing. And a big shout out to our sponsors, our main sponsor, DPS Tech, all about hearing, The Dove, Ashford Wright, Fred Olsen Logistics, cheer if you like, John Keeble Cars in Bramford, Ginger Pickle, Forward Floors, Come Hither Design, the Hudson Group, Sound 4 Pro Audio, and Venue 16. From all of us at Life's a Pitch TV, we are Premier League, everybody!